in them, and I even think it's calling out some of the anti-blackness that some of the people in the Instagram comments have in them. Now, ooh, the girls are gonna be mad, okay? The girls are gonna be mad for me about this, okay? But I have to tell you the truth. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our channel. I am JC. If you are new here from JustLostJC here, whatever. Okay, so this video, I decided to film me twisting my hair. Obviously, it's finished, but I'm going to take you guys through the process as we discuss this topic. So, let's go. Okay, first of all, this is what we're starting out with. My 6 sections. As you know, when my hair dries, I like to have it dry in the 6 sections, and then I kind of do a dry twist from there. So, let's get into it. Didn't even know I was going to be doing this, but I said I want to talk a little bit. Also, the skin. Okay, honey. Let's just say when I came back from Nigeria, things were looking a bit higi-haga, a bit crinkle-crankle. Was not like this. And I actually, you guys know me, okay? Most of my stuff I like to do, it's very naturalistic, I would say. So I'm not a person that's out here spending too much. Like, I love a serum every now and then, but I don't have to break the bank because I've never particularly had problematic skin. But when I came back, I said I'm not doing all the bumps. I'm not doing the bumps. I'm not doing. So I went to Sephora. A homie went to Sephora, got some recommendations from who was in there, and started throwing things in my cart. I bought some things, spent money that I usually do not spend on skincare, but I will say it got me back together, okay? And luckily for me, it's just gonna be a one-time thing. It was gonna be a one-time thing to get me back to my base, and then, you know, I can take it from there. So love, all the hyperpigmentation pretty much gone. I'm very happy. Anyway, let's get into this. You're probably like, why is this girl sitting here with no eyebrows on? That's a good question. Okay. So first of all, the type of hair that I'm doing, you all know, is going to be my 2-strand twist that I always do. But today I'm aiming for some really chunky twists, because I decided, you know, I'm going to be experimenting a little bit more with my hair, okay? Just so that you know what I'm going to be doing here, you're literally just going to be seeing me making some very chunky 2-strand twists. But yeah, clearly I didn't think I was going to be doing any video today, but I decided let's have a little chin wag in that. The post, funnily enough, was about a wedding, and the trip I'm taking is for a wedding, and so I was like, wait, let's just blend the two things together, you know, blend together and make a video. So the post that I originally saw on Instagram that came from Twitter is a post about a bride that seemed to have said to all her bridesmaids, natural hair only for this particular ceremony of mine. If you're a bridesmaid, I want you to come in your natural hair only. Now, I'm going to be putting the pictures on the screen. First of all, okay, let's just get into it. Everyone looked amazing. Like, just the aesthetic of it. I've never thought of doing something like this, but you know what? I ain't got nobody, but if I did, I might have to consider it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to be putting water in my hair. The amount of water I use is very minimal. Actually, it's very weird. My spray bottle is currently, I don't know where it went, and I have not bought another spray bottle because I'm going to find that one that I have. But because of that, I have randomly water in the lid of a cream. But yeah, so basically the base of this situation is just a bit of water. Now this is supposed to be a dry twist out, obviously, so the water is not too much, which is why it's fine that I have a very little amount. Then I like to go in with a cream as well as a leave-in conditioner. Obviously you can do what you think is best for your hair, but I really am on a moisturizing tip. These days I'm really trying to get my hair back to where, you know, it needs to be. Also, random interruption of the segment, I have also decided to stop trimming. You guys know I'm like the trim queen, okay? Because I just am never satisfied with my ends. I just feel like my ends are never as fully thick as my beginnings. You know, that was bars. I feel like they could just be better. And so I'm always like, let me trim to get it equaled up. At this point, it just is a bit excessive. I'm just like, girl, let it go, okay? Just focus on the hair. Maybe that's just how it needs to be for now. I of course will trim every 6 to 8 weeks like I usually did before. I'm gonna stick with that for now, but you know, I'm just gonna let it grow and see. Maybe it's not really the ends, maybe it's more so the shape of my hair. So I'm gonna let it grow, do a twist out the next time I do a twist out, and actually look at it and see if it's the shape that's a problem. Now, I'm not gonna shape my hair. I'm using my oil, my hair growth oil. I like to use this to seal, get some shine in there. But yeah, I'm not going to shape my hair on my own, but I'm actually going to evaluate it a little bit more just to make sure that that is not the problem that I'm facing or seeing. But yeah, so I'm going to stop the whole trimming thing and go back to trimming as normal. And probably on the times that I do trim as normal, maybe trim a bit more than I would typically. Just because, again, I'm like, I don't know if it's the ends. Oh my God. Anyway, but yeah, figured I'd let you guys know that. So this section is very, very moisturized. And then literally going to divide it, nothing crazy. Now these sections have kind of already been detangled from my wash day, so yeah. But yes, okay, so this bride pretty much demanded that everyone at the wedding, right, had natural hair. I said demanded. Child, I don't really listen. It was not confirmed or denied that it was a demand, okay? Don't listen to me. But the person that posted it on Twitter originally implied that that was her request for her bridesmaids, and they had no problem complying. And the photos, again, I'm gonna put them on the screen again. Stunning, absolutely stunning. So I saw the post on Instagram, and on Instagram the comment section was filled more so than Twitter. I couldn't find any on Twitter, which is why I wish I would have saved it on Instagram when I saw it, but I wasn't thinking I was going to talk about it. But on Instagram, a lot of the comments that I saw, at least the top ones, were of people that were essentially pulling out the argument of policing black people, specifically black women's hair, bodies, and that it doesn't make it better when you're policing their hair to be natural just because it's not the typical, hey, wear your hair straight, wear your hair in a way that's professional, which is the typical way that we see black women's hair policed. And just because you're doing it in the opposite way doesn't make it better. It was pretty much the choice argument. Like the issue is that we should have the choice and we should not be shamed either way. Now, ooh, the girls are gonna be mad, okay? The girls are gonna be mad for me about this, okay? But I have to tell you the truth. I have to be honest. I have to be honest. I hear what you're saying. You don't want to be policed, but also, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I'm sorry. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. How do you see a post where someone says that they requested this style for their wedding, and the first thing you jump into the comments triggered about, mind you, as you saw in the picture, all the people are smiling, they're showing teeth, they're looking happy. They're looking happy, they're not looking sad about this mandate. So the natural hair mandate, the big bad natural hair man. No one looks like their hands have been tied behind their back, child, okay? And the first thing you think to comment is that it's policing and that you don't agree with it. And yeah, they look beautiful, but zip it up, okay? Zip it up. Are you a squirrel? Are you a toro? Okay? Are you a rabbit? Zip it up. Everyone has an opinion, I get it, but also, I don't believe you. So first of all, we got one twist done. Feeling good. This is going to go very quick. When I tell you guys, I am not trying to spend my whole life here. Listen, I'm trying to go to bed. I'm actually tired. So, yeah. I would have, okay, I think I could break this up into two little parts. So yes, there's the dictating of black people's bodies, let's just say, and then specifically black women's bodies. Yes, and I hear that and I feel you, okay? Because I too have felt policed in different ways, whether it has come to hair, body, clothing, things like that, even skin tone to certain people. Everyone has a comment about something. Everyone has a comment and a preference that they have to make known. And I get it. It's annoying. It's annoying. As someone that has been on the receiving end of someone talking about their preferences unprovoked, like anybody even gives a bloody heck. Like I give a bloody damn. I don't give a bloody damn, okay? I don't give a bloody damn, okay? But people will still say it. So I get the frustration. Clearly I was just triggered in this moment. I get it. But then I think there's the dictating of someone's body or black women's bodies, okay? But then I also think that there's the side of unlearning. You know, trying to unlearn something, and to what end? Like, what is the point? What is the means? What are we trying to gain from this dictation of the body at this point? And I think when you put the two together, or maybe not together, when you break down each part, look at each part, there could be some room for some reason, you know? Reason in this season. So I guess we could just talk about the dictating part, which again is the main comments, were the main comments that I saw on Instagram. Shout out to Twitter, because everyone was just like, I love this for us. This is beautiful. I'm gonna do the same. And I felt kind of that way too, you know, so I love that for us. But Instagram was not, they were not impressed. And so that's why I'm here. When we say things like, oh, you're dictating or policing black women's bodies in this space, what I'm gonna say to you, and you're not gonna want to hear this, okay? But it's a wedding. It's actually optional. Don't shoot a messenger. Actually, I guess I'm not the messenger. This is my own original thought. So I guess in that case, do your worst. Do your worst, my dear. I'm saying to you, okay, that a wedding, my oil again, shout out to my oil, click the link down below if you're trying to get some hair growth oil, okay, honey? A wedding is optional. It's not a policing of the, but it's not like a school, it's not like work where you have to, well, you don't have to go to school, you get what I mean, but I'm talking about like elementary schools, things like that, where I think we've all decided in this society, at least in the West, that at least elementary school, maybe even high school, is not optional. It's something you kind of have to do. Things like that. Maybe even, I would say even the military, because I consider that a professional space. People's career, people have military careers that can then retire them for the rest of their lives, okay? Things like that, that to me is something that's not optional. A wedding, and even on top of that, I have to say that these are the bridesmaids specifically, that it seems like. She didn't say all the wedding guests have to be natural, okay? She said the bridesmaids. If you're going to be in my pictures, okay? If you're going to go viral with me, you have to fit the theme. And I think, again, this is why I'm saying the wedding is optional. Just like a Halloween party, when they say we're going to do the theme is, I don't know, galaxy. We're giving galaxy at this one, okay? Just like the Met Gala, they each have themes, okay? If you don't like the theme, stay at home. Stay in your house. If you don't like the theme, say you're gonna sit this one out. You don't think you're gonna be a bridesmaid in this because you feel like she's dictating your body. All of y'all, okay, all the people on Instagram that had something to say about, oh, this is dictating, that's why you weren't called. That's why you were not called to be a bridesmaid in this wedding. And that's why you're at home typing about the fact that their bodies were being dictated upon, when clearly they're smiling in the picture. Again, stay at home. It's really not by force. I'm gonna say this when it's not foggy. It's not by force. Okay? It's not by force. It's not by hook or by crook. Sometimes stay at home. Sometimes don't leave your house if you have so much of an opinion on your body being dictated upon on an optional event, in an optional role. That's why people ask, will you be my bridesmaid? You know what I'm saying? Because you can say no. So that's my thing. The people in the picture, if they had such an issue with it, they would have stayed home. Even if she said the whole wedding party, everyone that comes to the wedding, not the wedding party, I apologize, everyone that comes to the wedding must wear this, stay home. It's just like when we go to weddings, women, you know, don't wear a white dress, okay? And if you love that white dress and you had a white dress that you wanted to wear and you just don't agree with the fact that there's one color you can't wear, stay home. Are you getting what I'm saying? Do you hear me? Because I'm kind of speaking loudly, okay? I hope you hear me. Gente, Ofuma, listen carefully and listen closely. Listen clearly and listen astutely. Listen sharply and listen intently, okay? Stay home, period. If it's my wedding, stay home, respectfully. Don't leave your yard. Now I'm gonna delve into the part of I don't believe you. So can I ask ask a simple question, and please, maybe it's a stupid question, but when I was growing up, they said there's no such thing as a stupid question, so I'm going to ask it regardless. Do you really feel upset because their bodies, the body that you do not own, their bodies, the ones that are smiling in the picture, okay, let me put the bodies back on the screen. The bodies y'all are talking about and you're trying to defend, I'll put the bodies back on the screen. You see the ones in the picture smiling? Okay, yeah, we're good, we're on the same page. Cool, okay? Those bodies, are you really so upset and in an uproar, all this hullabaloo, that these bodies are being dictated, or the hair on these bodies, I should say, are being dictated upon, just like they were probably told what color to wear, because as you can see, they're all color coordinated. So maybe they said, I'm dictating your hair, I'm dictating your outfit, you know. Or are you so upset that just the hair, not the color, you didn't care about the color, you didn't care that they were all told to wear dresses? So that's good, right? That's what you said? That's what you said. Cool. That the hair is being dictated upon? Or are you just uncomfortable that the hairstyle that they're being told to wear, the hair option, is something that would make you uncomfortable? Not me shaking the table, because this is when I say I don't believe you. This is when I say I do not believe you're upset that black women are being policed. I think you're upset that if it were you that were called upon, okay, if it were you that were called upon to either do a natural hairstyle or sit this out, do a natural hairstyle to be included, you would feel uncomfortable. Not because your body's being dictated upon, but because you're being asked to wear your hair in a way that you do not feel comfortable wearing it. And then we got to talk about the reason why you don't feel uncomfortable. You feel uncomfortable, rather, wearing it. But nobody wants to talk about that. You want to stand up for their rights. Stand up for their rights. Cool. All right. Malcolm X. Cool. Cool. Shout out to Malcolm X. Ooh, shout out to Malcolm X and all the freedom fighters. Pero let's talk about it. Let's talk about why all of a sudden you're standing on the front lines. All of a sudden you have a cause that you're willing to type a little think piece about on Instagram. All of a sudden the spirit moved you. Did it move you specifically because you're a freedom fighter for black women and you need to be on the front lines? Or did it move you because you don't like the hairstyle? You don't think that it would be something that's appropriate for you to wear. You would feel attacked or personally victimized being told to do unnatural hairstyle. Not a specific one, but if you look at the picture, they all had a variant of hairstyles. So just whatever they felt comfortable with, I'm sure is the one that they rocked. Whichever one that they thought, I would look good in this, I've always wanted to try this, is the one that they put on. Do you not have one that you would always want to try, that you have always wanted to try? Do you not have one that you think you look good in? Is that what the issue is? Because that's something different. So again, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I had a lot of sugar today, so perhaps that's why I'm yelling. It should be mentioned that this is one day, okay? It's one day. Again, it's very different from the dictating of women's bodies or black women's hair specifically in workplaces or schools, where it's like, okay, this is a place where you have to spend a significant chunk of your time. But the same way these bridesmaids at the wedding had to wear a specific color this one day, and maybe they hate this color, maybe this is a color, first of all, the color choice, chef's kiss. I feel like any person with a brown skin tone looks good in this color, so I highly doubt that's a thing. But there are many instances of many bridesmaids parties where the bridesmaids are varying skin tones, some even white, you know, and they're wearing a color that they would not choose or they don't believe they look good in, but you suck it up because it's one day. Okay, now to say it's dictating or policing for a day, relax. Relax, okay? It's a one day. Relax. Clearly, but yes, I'm very curious. Please let me know your thoughts down below on this. I mean, you've heard all mine in terms of this one. You might disagree, so I would actually love to hear that, get some discussion flowing. I rarely have little topic conversations that I want to talk about on here, but this one was one that was quite interesting to me, and I felt like it's on theme with this channel, and I feel like a lot of you would have opinions, so I'm very, very curious about that. Like, am I going crazy? Or do you think, you know what, yeah, it is one day, it is this, but she has the right to say what she wants to say. And I am aware, obviously, my channel is a natural hair channel, so it might feel like an echo chamber. Please, 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 please allow yourself to say whatever it is that you want. Look at me, I'm saying whatever it is that I feel, and some of you may not agree, and that's your business. If you want to not agree, that's your business. And the same, if you're saying something in the comments and I don't agree, that's my business, okay? It really doesn't. All opinions are welcomed here. I do need to get this done quickly, so I'm going to focus on this a bit. And I'll probably be back to expound, you know, on some other things, or to bring up other points that come to me talking about. But you see what I mean? Like, I feel like my ends just get all like, okay, it's not tragic. It's not tragic, okay? Sometimes like, is this in my head? What's going on? But in terms of split ends, there are no split ends because of the fact that I've been trimming so freaking much. I don't think split ends have had a time to form. Again, it's a miracle that I even have this length with how much I was trimming. Or how much I've been trimming. But yeah, I'm going to give it a rest and wait till the next time my hair is out to really focus my trimming next time on specific areas, just for shape more so than anything else. Whew, okay, so I've gotten a big portion done, so I'm in the front now, so I still have 2 sections to do. But I just want to come back, you know, as I'm doing this section of my hair here, and talk about the unlearning and maybe to what end this bride was thinking when she requested that her bridesmaids, you know, come in with natural hair only. Now, I think all of us can attest to the fact that at one point we felt that having straight hair was the style that you did. Maybe you didn't have any problem with your natural hair, but you felt like, okay, when it's a professional event, or when it's an event where I'm trying to look my best and look good, or look, even some people attribute straight hair to certain what's it called, adjectives, like, oh, when I'm trying to look sexy or sleek put together, then I'm gonna have straight hair. But when I'm trying to put wild and free, and don't worry, I'm also calling myself out because I fall victim to this. Now, not in the sexy to straight hair or sleek or anything like that, but like I do tend to refer to my hair when I wear it out in a twist out as something that's a bit more like wild. I like being carefree, that kind of vibe, you know? But at least for me, the alternative isn't straight hair, and that's what I'm saying, sleek. My alternative is a bun. So just my hair being back and pulled out of my face. That's what I would not prefer. That's what I would call more of not professional, because I don't really have to be in necessarily professional settings, but I would call that a bit more like whatever a synonym is for tame, I would say. That would be my bun style. But that bun style is done with natural hair in a way, so I don't know how much it applies. But still, I'm just trying to say that I feel like in many ways we all have been indoctrinated with the fact that having like a fro or curly sort of natural hairstyle isn't seen as professional. And I feel that this bride, more than just wanting probably something, actually no, I'm not going to say more than just wanting, because I do think sometimes when I'm wearing a fro, it's literally just wearing a fro because I know I look good in it. It's not a statement. It's not because I'm trying to make it a statement or a point or be and some kind of sister soldier or whatever people call it. It's just because that's the style that looks better on me. That's how my hair grows. Why can't I wear my hair the way it grows just like everyone else wears their hair the way it grows? So that's what I mean. So I'm not going to say that perhaps this bride was also trying to say, hey, you're coming to an event that people would consider, hey, a professional somewhat, not professional, but an event where you want to look as put together as possible, a wedding, you know, just like the picture day when we were all younger, the day where you want to look as put together as possible because things are going to be captured. It's a moment. And many brides also feel the same. It's like, okay, it's a moment in time. I'm going to have my hair in a certain way because this is the way I want this to be captured. And that way, especially in the black community and with black women, growing up younger, that way would be straight hair. So I don't want to say that she intentionally did that because she wanted in a way to subvert that viewpoint that we all have about straighter hair being what we have to don when we have an event that's seen as somewhat significant. But even if she didn't want to, I think people seeing these images, seeing this as an option for something that they could do, something that is possible, that maybe they never even thought about, but it's like, oh shoot, I like this. Again, harkening back to the Instagram comments, so many, or Twitter comments rather, so many people saying, wow, I didn't even think I'm doing this, I'm stealing this, and it's like, why do you even have to say stealing? Because it's something you wouldn't even think to do. But when you think about, when you actually deep it, you're like, yes, a lot of the people that would be invited to my wedding would probably think, I'm a bridesmaid, let me get my hair done. And what does done mean? In a way that maybe they don't wear it all the time. Maybe they wear it natural most of the time, but because this is an event, they're going to straighten it. So I think that's why there are so many people in the comments that probably have no issue with their natural hair, no issue wearing their natural hair. You see them popping out the woodwork saying things like, oh shoot, I'm going to steal this, I'm going to do this. It's not that they don't like their hair, it's just because they wouldn't even have thought to do that, because it's just not a thing that's in some people. So I don't know. In a way, even though I don't want to believe it was an intentional like moment to show representation for this thing that we don't really see, that is not very well represented, that is in fact what she did. Because now when people Google bridesmaids inspiration, black bride inspiration, all of that, what's it called, boho kind of rustic wedding, rust themed wedding inspiration, they're going to see her picture and they're going to see something that is a possibility that maybe they never even have thought about, maybe never even crossed their mind, but they're like, oh, I actually like this, and something that fits into it. So I think even if, okay, even if she is quote unquote policing some bodies, okay, I feel like if we take a second to look at perhaps the reason or the greater good that can come from it, whether it's intentional policing or unintentional policing, as you, whatever, however you see it, take a second to look at what the good there is that can come from that. I feel like we have a lot of representation of the latter. I feel like we have a lot of representation of people wearing their straight hair to significant events. And so what is wrong with having a drop in the bucket of someone being like, hey, this is my special day and I want to show up in a way that I feel the most beautiful, and I want the people around me to show up in a way that represents what I think is most beautiful. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. So, and in a way it is undoing some of the anti-blackness I think that some people have in them. And I even think it's calling out some of the anti-blackness that some of the people in the Instagram comments have in them, that perhaps they didn't attribute to anti-blackness, but being so uncomfortable and riled up. Again, now I know even more so that those comments on Instagram were freaking weird when I see the response on Twitter. No one on Twitter had anything to say about this, at least that I saw. I didn't scroll through all the, you know, how many thousand replies, but the top ones, no one had any issues with this. And so when I saw all the comments on Instagram, the first time I ever saw it, I was like, what the heck? What? How are we making this into it? I expected to go to the comments and see, whoa, this is beautiful, this is this. And to see all of that, I was like, so now I know it is very weird. And I think a lot of those people on Instagram, again, needed that to see that, whether they hated it or loved it. But I'm leaning towards the ones that hate it. You need to see that so that you can understand that it is a possibility, and that perhaps there's something deeper in you that makes this a bit more uncomfortable than you probably should be, because it's really not too deep. It's not that deep to write out a whole think piece from someone else's wedding and someone else's theme, when we all know that there are themed events in the world, in life, and people show up with the theme if that's what they're interested in, and if not, they stay home. So again, I think some of the anti-blackness that's in there somewhere, some of them need to call that out for themselves, because it's definitely there. Whew. This is actually not taking as long as I thought it would. I should have started a bit earlier, honestly. But you know, we're getting through it. We're getting through it. I'm trying to be a lot more gentle with my ends when I twist. But you know, I'm a harder twister. So when I get to the ends, I like to soften up now. You know, I'm trying to have my ends thrive and give me, you know, the same circumference at the bottom of my twist as it does at the top. If they did that, that's all I need. You know, I don't need my hair to be like crazy thick. I like the thickness it is. I just need it to, you know, continue that thickness all the way down. You know what I mean? So That's what I'm working on now. But I'm so happy to be doing this. Like, I was supposed to do this yesterday and I didn't. Well, I'm glad I didn't though, because this day I decided the spirit moved me to film. So I'm glad in a way that I didn't get it done yesterday. But for a second I was even trying to push it off until tomorrow. Nope, nope, nope. But yeah, I think I'm all tapped out on this conversation. It also is very late at this point. So that's my thoughts on this. I'm gonna twist off camera the rest of it. I have literally 4 more twists to do because I'm only gonna do 3 in this section and finish off the one here in the front. Very, very, very low maintenance style. But listen, gotta get it done. The twists are done, honey. Okay. I'm just gonna do what I usually do, which is take my oil. The link for this will be down below. Flip my head upside down and massage my scalp. Okay, so that is it, everyone. Thank you so much for watching this impromptu video. Really appreciate it. It is late. I'm gonna hit the sack, but make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. You know, let's ruffle some feathers, let's tussle a little bit, you know. And I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Mwah.